Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with me today. I've got a few little things, odd and ends to do today, but the first thing I really wanted to show y'all was I've got to make my big move with my cows today. It's always fun to watch. Usually I have Andy here to help me with this, but we've run into a problem with our normal rotation. As most of the Southeast has experienced in the last week or so, we've had a lot of rain. And part of my rotation is my sacrifice pasture over here, our winter paddock. And we feed them one roll of hay, let them eat that, and then they go back out on grass. Well, it just got way too muddy in there. Way too muddy for my liking anyway. And I know some people say cows don't mind mud and so on and so forth. You'll hear a lot of people say that, and they may not mind it, but I mind them standing in it. So I put them back on this little spot last night, but I'm going to try to move them all the way to the backside to go start our circle again. And I'm also going to try something today. Candy has been doing great with coming in for milking, even when she's way back there. I didn't put her halter on her last night. I don't like leaving a halter on if I can help it. Now, she does have, the halter she wears is a breakaway halter, so if it were to get caught, or she were to catch her leg in it or something, it would, it has that snap on it that would break if something like that were to happen. But I don't like leaving it on if I don't have to. So I'm gonna take a chance today and hope that she cooperates this evening for milking. I'm hoping my handy dandy cow dog right there will be of some assistance. They know something's up. They're waiting. They usually get the picture after a few moves, so I'm hoping it'll be pretty easy. Hopefully. I gotta get their trough out of here. But look how muddy it is. I don't even know if the camera does it justice. Just over like a week's period, around 3-ish inches of rain, maybe a little more. And this sacrifice pasture just couldn't hold it. Most of the time we don't deal with mud like this, but boy, that was a plenty to do it. It rained so hard, so much it didn't wash under this building. Looks like everything. I'll just hold on. And if you're wondering why in the world I'm using the four-wheeler instead of the side-by-side that you see us use most of the time, you know, it never fails. Whenever you need something, it breaks down. And we sent the side-by-side out for just regular maintenance. The dealership we bought it from, they're real good about doing a full-blown maintenance, so it hadn't been done in a couple years, and so we sent it out there, and they called Andy, and they said, this thing is wore slap out, which we knew. And Andy told them to go ahead and fix what they could fix. Well, that's been a few weeks ago now. So, anyways, the four-wheeler it is. I'm blessed to have a four-wheeler instead. If not, I'd be breaking out one of these old trucks up here. on through. I'll let you through first. Oh, well, don't. Watch out, Duchess. Good job, babies. Come on through here now. Go. Go. There you go. Good job, everybody. Good care. Come on, Spider. Let me have this other trough. Good job, everybody. I'm so proud of my cows. You want a treat, Daddy Boo? Look, you are full. Here, hamburger. You want one? Here. Want one hamburger? This one's for hamburger. This one, look, I dropped you one in there. Here, hamburger. Y'all tickle me. Come here, Bill. You want one? Even that baby girl want one. Y'all are so funny. It's like a petting zoo around here. It's like a petting zoo around here. Don't eat the four-wheeler. Don't eat the four-wheeler, baby. Yeah. Here. Want another one before I go? Yeah, got you. Are you coming over here too? You want one? You done flung feet all over your back. Here. You said, no, I don't want one. All right. Y'all enjoy your day. I got plumb nasty. So the next thing on my list, it's supposed to get pretty warm today, so I'm trying to get some of this work done this morning, but the next thing I'm gonna do is cut the scapes out of my garlic. Hardneck garlic shoots out scapes. This is their bloom right here. You can see it's like right in the middle of that plant. So once they start shooting up scapes, the best thing to do is go through and cut those out. Now whether you eat them or not, that's all up to you. But I discovered a couple years ago that they are delicious, and they're really good, and they're like a mild garlicky flavor, and they're really good to cook with. So I like to cut them up and freeze them. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today, is just I'm gonna cut these off. Whether I get to freeze them today or not, I don't know, but once you cut those out, it encourages your garlic to continue to grow for a little while longer until it's ready to harvest. So whether you eat them or not, it's good practice to cut them out. And I'll just keep the ones I like the looks of. Oh, that one got a long one. Look at that. You barely even have to cut them. They just kind of snap out. And you'll smell nice and garlicky when you get done. Ain't no mosquitoes biting me today. That's what they look like. They're not flat like the garlic leaves. And y'all, guess what happens if you get busy or you didn't know and you forget to cut the scapes out? Guess what happens? Nothing. You still gonna get garlic. You still gonna get a decent garlic harvest. You just may not have the biggest bulb that you wanted. And that's all. You know, that garlic would be just fine if I left it like that. I just may not get my giant bulb of garlic like I'm after. So it's one of those kind of things. If you think about it and you've got time to do it, do it. You know, utilize those garlic scapes. But if you don't, it ain't the end of the world, y'all. Right there, he's working. And Maggie is, well, you can't see her now. See those little legs on the other side of them horses? What are you working on?
Shelter.
You building a shelter?
Yeah.
Well, cool.
With my little trees that I cut down, and it's gonna be a shelter that I can park my dump trucks under.
Well, that'll be awesome, Jacob. Oh, I'm out here. I better check. I don't think these peas are quite ready yet. No, they ain't filled out yet. We're getting there, though. There's one that's getting close. Still not quite ready. One more thing I'm gonna do just while I'm out here messing around. I've got some onions that are kind of stressed out that are shooting blooms. Once they shoot blooms, they're done. So I'm gonna pull those out, give my other onions some room to grow. Don't know why they're stressed out. Probably planted too close, if I had to guess. But, well, might as well just get them out of the way. And they're fine to eat, but you can see they're shooting blooms. It ain't gonna bother the quality of them. It just ain't gonna grow no more. It's mostly my red onions that are shooting blooms like that. That's gonna be awesome. What are you gonna use for the top? top of your shelter. Good idea.
But then on the roof, I ain't figured that out.
I understand.
Yeah, but it would actually work. Does it sit back there like? As far as this one that I was thinking about building something like this. I think maybe just leave it too solid.
Think so?
But it's not gonna have no walls. No more walls.
Here's some of them crazy onions like we had to do last year. So I'm assuming we've got that leaf miner again. That's probably what's wrong with them. Well, listen, come up with it. I guess we're going to take you too. All the rest of them look to be all right. So all these, like I said, just might as well get them out of the way. And before I go in the house, I'll go ahead and get these peeled. Most of this dirt off of them. Yep, got weird on me. That one did. Ain't even no onion in that one. What are you doing, Jack? Now that right there, now that's a nice eating onion. That's the way I like them. I may have that one with my supper tonight. That's a good looking onion. These are perfect eating onions. And that means, when I say eating onion, I mean you take it and you don't cut it up and cook with, you just bite it.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. They have these balls like coming out the top of them. But these look all right. I don't see none of these look like they're trying to bloom. So we'll just leave them for now. Hopefully I'll at least get a decent onion crop out of these. These are the growed up onions. Show y'all up close of Jacob's building he's building over here in their play spot. So this gonna be for your dump trucks?
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one.
So have you measured them?
Yeah.
Come on, pigs. Got y'all a treat. Try not to waste too much. The pigs may not eat all this, but they can pick through it anyway. There's some strawberry tops in here too. Y'all can pick through that. See if there's anything in there you like. Yeah? Now, I'm gonna go pick through some strawberries. I've been trying to keep them picked most of the time. And now that it's gotten wet, of course the slugs have increased, but it just is what it is. Well, that right there looks like it's calling my name. Well, you know, you keep hearing the saying, Berry Hill showing out. If I can give y'all an up close of that. And there's some even big ones down below there. Probably picked another gallon. That's about what I'm getting just about every day. But these are some of the prettiest ones I've got so far. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably cut these up and freeze them. Probably not today, but yeah, that's probably what I'll do with these. Instead of making jam, I'll save my little ugly ones for the jam making. I better top it off. Now, so now I'm making something called jam bars, and be sure to check the description for the recipe. I try to remember, most of the time I do put the recipe down in the description. Now, these jam bars are not my recipe. They come from a girl, her page is called Venison for Dinner, and I have followed her for so many years, and I've really looked up to her and learned a lot. And I think if you like our stuff you see here, you would probably really enjoy her content as well. So what I'm doing here, what these put me in the mind of is almost like oh, I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe kind of like a Fig Newton, except crunchier, maybe. It's got oats, flour, some sugar in it, and it's got a crust on the bottom. You can put your jelly on top. I make a lot of jelly every year because I like to give it away as gifts and things like that. And I usually have more than I need, and so I start making these jam bars to free up my little jelly jars and to go ahead and get my jelly on rotation. So I'm doing half fig preserves and half strawberry, and in the middle I'm kind of mixing them together. I think that would be pretty good. But I only had a couple jars of strawberry left from last year, and I think I counted it I want to say all together last year I made over 100 jars of different kind of jams and jellies. And I don't have much of that left. But you spread your jelly like that. But we really enjoy eating these for breakfast. So half of my flour mixture, and you'll see this in the recipe, half my flour mixture is my crust on the bottom, and the rest of this is going over the top. What, darling?
What are you making?
Them jam bars. So now I'm going to just stick this in the oven on 350 degrees for about 45 minutes, and I'll show you what the final product looks like. Well, now's the moment of truth. It's milking time, and I'm going to go see if Candy's going to cooperate. Candy! Good cow. What a good cow. It took a wee bit of encouraging, but she knows where to go. She didn't want to. Come on. Come on, Candy Boo. For the first time doing it halterless, wasn't terrible.
But that feels good because it's cold today. I mean hot today. Right?
Yeah.
I mean it probably feels good. Right?
Uh-huh. Well, we're done and headed back. I did end up putting her halter back on her, just in case she wants to be a little try tomorrow too. But usually when I first move them over there, she always likes to just see if I'm actually going to make her walk this far. So I'll leave the halter on. If she does good tomorrow, I'll take it back off. She walks faster than I do when we get back. Alright, and if you don't follow us over on Facebook, then you may not know, we ended up moving our chickens up out of the creek garden down there. And the reason being, they were calling for flash flooding, and we're kind of glad we did because the creek got up pretty good, especially after this last thunderstorm. So, they're up here on the back side of the pasture now, not too far from where the cows are. And they'll probably live in the pasture the rest of the season. Hello, ladies. think my jam bars are done. So I've let them sit here and cool actually a couple of hours after I got them out of the oven. If you decide to make these, they're easiest to cut and get out of the pan if you let them get good and cool, because that jelly kind of hardens as it cools and makes it a lot easier to get out. But I'll show y'all here. Now, it doesn't do a lot of browning on the top, and that's completely normal. Or at least the ones I've made anyway. But we're going to cut these into squares. I'm going to get them in a container. I do keep them in the refrigerator. I don't know if you have to keep them in the refrigerator, but I do. So, I just cut them out into squares. And they'll set up even more after they've been in the refrigerator. So this is the fig. This is the fig jam bar. Don't that look delicious? And see, your crust on the bottom gets nice and brown. And these are just, oh, they're such a treat. And they're so good. And there's the strawberry one. And you can see they're kind of crumbly. They're like that, so make sure you have a way to catch crumbs when you're eating them. But that looks so good. We love these, but I catch myself only really making them this time of year when I'm scrounging for more jelly jars, and I'm like, okay, it's time for me to rotate my jelly. I really should make them more, but yeah, I usually just start making them around now, and I'll make a few batches to get rid of what I got left of my jelly, and then it'll be another year. But as you can see, it makes several. Feel free to cut the recipe in half. I have done that myself, and actually I think the way I make it is half of her recipe, so she makes even more than this, but she's got a big family. So in the fridge they go. But guys, I guess that's going to about wrap up today's video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you might have learned a little something. And anyways, till we see y'all on the next one, y'all have a good one. And there's the finished product Mr. Lawson completed today.
It's almost finished. I need one board to go across here because I've run out of boards.
Well, I'm sure we'll find you some more. But it looks good. You did a good job.